Hello everybody, my name is Bateswolf, and once again, welcome back to another episode of SOMA. We now find ourselves in the communications room. We have found it. It is the room with a domed ceiling. And now we should be able to contact the female character which we spoke to over the radio last time. But before we do that, I will explain what happened last episode. We were currently down there. It seemed like a bit of a hideaway place for Amy and Carl. And we did actually find Carl's dead body and a robot that was claiming to be him. So I think he was trying to lure us into a false sense of security to help him out, and then maybe he'd turn hostile. Who knows? Maybe we'll go back and find something out about that in the future, or we can kind of go off on the assumption that we've just made up what we've figured out. There's no sign of Amy at the minute, but we also did manage to find out that there's kind of a black box system that they've made in this facility that they insert into all robots and humans, it seems, to be able to relive and experience the last moments of that thing's life. Which is really interesting because we've had quite a bit revealed to us over the course of the game doing that now, by either interacting with a robot or a dead body to see how they met their end, which is really interesting. And apart from that, we did also manage to escape the robot that followed us up the stairs right from the very bottom floor. That is also worth noting. It was a bit of a hide and seek game going on down there as well, and we managed to make our way around him without being spotted once, so I am actually really happy about that. And I will continue to explain just as I have a little bit of a look around the room. I do like to keep people recapped on how the episodes are going just in case you missed one, so I'm just going to walk around and take a look at everything as I do so. This appears to be the right place. We've got another one of those things that we can interact with. But yeah, basically, last episode we found out a little bit more about Carl and Amy. We managed to escape the big robot again to make our way up to this comm room. And we had fun messing around on the computer to allocate power to certain areas like this one. And also, of course, a few really interesting conversations with the robot that was claiming to be Carl. That was extremely intriguing. All in all, it was a very interesting episode. I do recommend going back and watching that one because I think it might have been the best one so far, in my opinion. There was a lot of interesting stuff going on that I also speculated about to come up with theories on what was actually happening at this point in the story. So yeah, it really seemed like a fun one. So now, it looks like we can finally progress. And I'll take a look at this map and see what's going on with that before I click that button over there, which will no doubt put us back in touch with the lovely female which we spoke to last time. New York, offline. Last contacted. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look at that. Look at that year. 2103, January 10th. 24 minutes, 5 seconds past 7. Now, isn't that a strange one? Message from Ben to Johnsy. The office is closing down and everyone's been evacuated. From everyone here, I want to say that it's been an honour working with you at Upsilon. Godspeed and good luck with the apocalypse. Okay, so maybe these are different facilities similar to ours, all the way across the world on different continents. And judging from that message there, you can kind of assume that maybe the same things happened. The robots have kind of overtaken the facility. Really interesting one. Once again, this episode is starting out really speculative and theoretical about the lore that's going on. It was a very strong episode for that last episode, so if you're into that, be sure to go back and check it out. See what you missed. Particularly the comedy as well. The comedy in the last episode from the robot that we spoke to was absolutely fantastic. It also alleviated some information on what's actually going on with Simon. Kind of how maybe he might be messed up. You know, in the head he's struggling to see things correctly because his brain's transmitting the wrong information to his eyes. Because that still could have well been Carl, but going off the information that I got, I kind of stand by the point that it was a robot trying to trick us. But it was worth mentioning, in that episode I went very back and forth about what actually might be the truth there. Is it a robot or is it Carl? And, you know, all sorts of kind of theories and ideas came up into it. Okay, Lisbon. Office in Portugal. Status offline. Same date. Or is that 2 days later? Yeah, that's January 12th. The early one was 10. Update on the defense measurements. Final efforts by the global community to prevent collision has failed. Pathos 2 should make final efforts to deal with inevitable quake following impact. Estimated time for impact? 5:13. Liz. Right. So that tends to lead me to believe that's more about an earthquake and not the robots. Okay, here's the one in London. Dear Miss Vijdis Johnstatir, it's with great sadness that I inform you that the office will close and no longer support Upsilon and Pathos 2. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you, your supervisor Jane Adams, and the rest of the staff. You are a terrific group, and it's with great confidence I say that we fall. You will surely carry on with bravery. Sincerely, System Director, James Bloom. Yeah, it certainly seems like the same thing's going on across the world, it looks like. Cadiz, I'm not even sure where that is. Somewhere in Spain. All similar dates as well, we see. It's within a couple of days of each other. Johnsy, I know you've had much better chance for survival, but we have the better view. Salud. That's kind of a comical one, because wherever this disaster's striking, they're saying that, yeah, we're gonna die, but at least we can have a nice look at it. Although you can't, and you still might die. So there's some quite sadistic humour there. Fairly funny. I'm gonna wait a second before I touch you, mister. Because every single time it's screwed over the lights, and that's when the damn thing followed me up the stairs. So I'm gonna wait. Boom. Corrupted data detected. Restore files? Yes. Let's do it. Let's restore. Partial data recovery successful. Okay.
Jonesy, how's evac coming along?
We got everything we need to move, but we can't leave the plant without supervision. Adams decided to leave Amy, Asaro, and Kalsanka to execute the automatization process.
And I bet they're thrilled about it.
I just wanted to let you know we're on schedule, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, I'll pass on the whole check.
Okay, that's a bit of an interesting one. That's an audio dialogue between Walchez and... Oh, I forgot the female character's name there. But they were also discussing the... this, like, apocalyptic scenario. Like, in the last episode, and the few before it, it's kind of obviously become apparent that there's kind of been a bit of a meltdown in the facilities, with the robots overtaking and uprising to kind of, like, take control of the facility. And it's been a bit of a problem. And everybody's obviously been led to evacuate and pack up and lock everything up and whatnot. But now we're kind of coming to terms with the fact that there may have actually been a natural disaster coming, and maybe that was in fact the reason for the evacuation in the first place. As well as the robots, maybe. So, not too sure about that.
Jonesy, early morning for an evac, am I right?
It will do. I wanted to introduce you to Amy and Cal. They'll be doing the talking as soon as I leave for Theta. Say hello.
Hey, Theta.
Hello.
Hey, guys, I'm Peter Strauss, Key Dispatcher at Theta. Just let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
I suppose that's it. I'll see you real soon, when we arrive.
All right, Jonesy, have a safe trip.
More of the same there.
Hey, hello? Theta?
Upsilon, what's up?
We could really use direct contact with Heather. Site service engineer Wolchek.
Direct links are almost impossible to establish. The Lumar relays are basically junk at this point. You can send messages via the comm center, and if you want, I'm pretty much always here, ready to relay anything by hand. I know it's a shitty system, but it's all that works right now.
All right, we just have to make do. Catch you later.
Okay. So he seemed in a bit of a rush to contact Heather, and it wasn't possible to establish a connection at that point, so he had to go through the comm center to be able to do it. which basically is what it is. I can't really read into that too much. Maybe there was a bit of an emergency, and he needed to contact her.
Hello? Peter, was it?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
We're getting out. I just want to tell you that I'm going to seal the comm center now, so this is definitely the last you'll hear from us. If we don't show up in the next couple of hours, send in the cavalry.
Hang on. What's happening? It's still the same plan, right?
Yeah. We'll head for the shuttle and ride it directly to Theta.
Okay, good. I'll rally the troops for a welcome party.
That I like to hear.
Right, so things have definitely gone up shit creek there. And that's when, obviously, the facility began to get closed up and everybody evacuated. And the rest is history, basically. We find ourselves in the comms room, which is locked up, with that hostile beast trying to follow us downstairs. Okay. Interesting audio logs there. It's always fun to listen into them. Kind of reveals a bit more of the story and what's gone on in the other people's lives before all of this occurred, or as it was occurring. Very fun to pay attention to. Okay, shall we do that now? Oh, the thing is, though, you know what? Last time I clicked one of them things, it wrecked up the power. The doors opened and it allowed that thing to walk up. So I'm going to access the comms before I touch that, in case it screws that over. Let's do it. Lunar link broken, manual input required. So, also, it's worth mentioning that we at Upsilon, because everybody's been saying that they'll be going to Theta. So, maybe that's a different kind of branch of facility working alongside them, but for some reason, all the Upsilon ones are going in down a bit of a bad path, you know, they're in a bad way. Okay, well, are we going to be able to... Will we use the same code for this one as we did the computer downstairs, is what I'm going to say. I'm kind of reading this at the side first of all. You've got all the different kinds of sites there. Lambda, I believe, was the one that we spoke to one of the female characters on. The one that we needed to contact again, I believe. Okay, it's nice to read over them. Channel not recognized, are you kidding? Are you kidding me? I'm sure that was his code. Maybe. Oh god, we're gonna have to do this. And this is what really scares me most of all. It's not actually working my way around the thing, but once you've got your face on a computer and you're managing the system over there, and the thing is whatever you're scared of can gain access behind of you, that's what really freaks me out. There was a lot of that, sorry to bring it up again, but on Alien Isolation, there was a ton of that going on, and that's the biggest fear. Please don't. Please don't screw that up. Okay, good. Maybe that's... Is that done now? God, that doesn't look like it's going to open. That's cool, I'm happy about that. Though... that was the code, wasn't it? I'm sure I'm remembering that correctly. Could have sworn that was the code. Okay. Maybe it lies on one of these notes. Unless it's going to force me to go back downstairs, which I can see being the case. Yeah, I know. I've seen the world map before. I know what's up. No, nothing else around here that we can do. Right, well, boys and girls, it looks like we're about to head on back downstairs because we can't gain access there. Or maybe we're not. Maybe we're not. You know what? Let's not go back downstairs because that's totally jammed up. Maybe it's one of these... Oh, obviously, I'm so silly. I am so silly. It'll be one of these codes alongside the different sectors. So, Lambda, however you want to pronounce that. 2203, boom. That's the one that we want, I think. Oh, this is cool. You've got to try and find the signal. Get in there. That looks like the Assassin's Creed emblem in the middle. Yeah. Connected. Site Lambda.
Hey, are you there? I found the dome ceiling.
Oh, that's better. Simon, was it?
Jarrett, Simon Jarrett.
Hi, Simon. I'm Catherine. Have you figured out what's going on yet?
Me? I was hoping you'd have some answers.
I probably have some. What do you want to know?
Where to even begin? I mean, what is this place? How did I get here? And why do the robots talk like they're people?
Well, you're at Upsilon, clearly. Have you never been there before? Where did you work?
The Grimoire in Toronto. Is that really important?
No, I mean, where did you work at Pezos 2?
I don't know what that is.
That's unexpected. Did you come directly from Toronto?
Yeah, I did. And it was very unexpected.
Have you seen any people? Like staff or field technicians?
Only robots, crazy ones. Except for one. I think he said his name was Carl. He was okay, but I'm pretty sure I accidentally killed him by turning off the power.
Damn it.
Oh. Well, you know, robots don't feel anything, so... Yeah.
This one did.
What was that? Whoa!
What's going on?
I think this place is about to collapse. What do I do?
Run.
Simon, come to Lambda.
How do I get there?
There are shuttle trains connecting all the sites. Find one and come here. I'll wait for you.
Okay, thanks for your help, Catherine. Oh my god, I just got doused in water.
Shit, where should I? Oh, fuck!
Oh god damn it. Well, Carl's dead, that robo. It turns out we did accidentally kill him by turning off that power like I suspected. God damn it. Catherine seems nice though. At least Catherine seems nice.
What? What the hell? How is this possible?
Bioshock boys.
This is insane!
Whoa ho ho. What in the world? Oh, I forgot about the jump button. What in the world's going on? How am I breathing right now? Oh, well, this is extremely unexpected. I mean, I knew the facility was underwater, of course. We did manage to see that. I made the connection to Rapture there. This is so cool. It's really strange how we can kind of breathe under here. What's going on? Okay, we found ourselves in one of those robotic suits now that we've been seeing around the facility. But how did we get into that? Wow. Well, it's so cool. I've got to say that. I love the design of this portion. This underwater level. Extremely cool. Loving the aesthetics of that.
Find the shuttle to Lambda.
But how is this even happening? How did we get in the suit, and how can we suddenly breathe underwater? Well, obviously I know because we're in the suit, but how did it all happen? Man, this game is raising more questions than it's answering. Can we still crouch while down here? We can. Okay, well it looks like we can't access that door. We can still sprint down here too, which is insane. This feels so kind of creepy yet cool at the same time. Can I get up there? I can. I'm just trying to look all over the place to see what other mysterious things I can find. God, look at all this built outside of the facility. This is so cool. It is. It's like Rapture 2.0. Although I guess it's not in any better condition, I suppose. A little beacon there. I'm just soaking this in at the minute, the atmosphere and the little noises and sounds. Really, really cool. Okay, so we've got to find a shuttle to Lambda. But we're progressing in the story. We've spoken to Catherine. And she's helping us along our journey at the minute. Can we access this one? Maybe, it's not got bars over it. I reckon it might let us through. Nope. You seem to click it and hear noises elsewhere, so I'm not sure whether it's opening up something else in a different portion of this area, or it's kind of like a jamming system that we can hear because the door's not opening. Okay, that looks like some sort of robot. A very big one, albeit. Okay, I think this is the area where we're meant to go, so I'm gonna take a run back and see what's in this other portion first. Keep running, Cal. I mean, Simon. God, I've mentioned Cal so much, I keep calling Simon Cal. Okay, transport. That may be the way. Zeppelin transport. I don't want the floor to fall through. Okay, it does look like some sort of, like, kind of helicopter pad, but obviously not for a helicopter. For a Zeppelin. Where you get dropped off and then enter the facility through one of the allocated doors. Yeah, we can actually climb on top of this. That's cool. Oh, there's an invisible wall there preventing us from going further. Oh, I love the kind of how do I put it, the weight of the character in this area, the way you can kind of float around when jumping. It feels really smooth and elegant, the way you can bounce around. Can we do anything there? Doesn't look like it. I'm going to continue trying anyway to make sure that I'm not missing out on anything. Come on, Simon, you can do it. Also, it's worth mentioning that when Catherine was talking about the robot and she was saying that they don't have feelings, she kind of held off on it for a second. She was a little bit reluctant to finish what she was going to say, as if she was trying to make us feel better, like, yeah, they don't have feelings, I guess, you know, as if they kind of do. So maybe some of the robots do have feelings then, like humans. Well, not exactly like humans, but maybe they feel something. Also, she seemed a little bit unsurprised that there was kind of crazy robots going all over the place, and the place seemed really strange, because she was saying, yeah, of course, you're at Upsilon, you know, what do you expect? So maybe it's a bit of a notorious, kind of strange place since the occurrence, because we don't know how long it's been since then. It could have been abandoned for years and years and years. As I make my way through this underwater canyon, this crevasse, high walls on either side, prone to ambush. some would say buttfuck alley. But, oh. But I can't see any of that happening in this game. We've not had too many jump scares yet. In fact, I don't think we've had any, so that's cool. That I don't think it's quite the game for that, really, from what I'm seeing so far, at least. Though I could be wrong. Okay, well, we've found our way to this bit. Another data buffer. Let's listen in.
Come in, Theta. You better answer me, Strasky. Come on!
Amy, where are you?
The fields. I had to leave.
Is Carl with you?
It all went to hell.
Hold on. You got the power automated, right? The plant is safe? We need the power to keep the sites running.
Oh, fuck the power! Fuck you, Strasky! The machines killed Carl.
Oh, shit. Alright, calm down. It'll be okay. Can you get back to Theta?
Yeah. I think so. I'll head for the shuttle, the Aux.
Good luck, Amy. Rooting for you.
Okay, that one was kind of detailing Amy's escape once she had killed one of their machines. You know, we found it back in that room. Where she may have led it after it killed Carl. So that's kind of alleviated a bit more information there as well. Carl was, in fact, obviously the human and not the robot. Though still, they may have named the robots, so his name could have also been Carl. And the way the developer has kind of created that strange situation is by naming a robot Carl and obviously a human Carl, which kind of sets up the kind of set piece of the robot acting crazy when you're saying that you're a robot and you're not human, and you know, all that kind of scenario that we experienced, which is that's really good. That's a nice technique. Okay, this seems to go on forever, this little underwater portion. I'm always looking for little paths off the beaten track. Some fish swimming around. How deep down are we right now anyway? We're on the sea floor. Okay, some nice fish swimming around. I'm hoping there's not going to be any robots down here. I can't see it, considering obviously the robots in the water would probably screw them over. Okay, the light is kind of guiding our way at the minute. Okay, so that robot seems to be looking for some sort of gel to maybe help him survive in the water. Because right now he's dying here. I think the water's getting to his infrastructure. And no doubt he'll be gone soon, so I'm going to go over and talk to him, see what he says. See if we can converse with him. Okay, is he happy or not? I thought he was about to attack us and kill us. Yes. Okay, that looks like a straight up demon. I'm gonna run. Okay, yeah, it goes really crazy when he starts to turn at us like that. So he's trying to get us to give him some gel to help him survive, but... And he thinks we've got... Oh my god, I'm trapped. And he thinks we've got it, and we're keeping it from him. So we're stopping him from surviving. But when he gets really close, the screen goes all crazy. Oh yeah, he's angry. The screen goes all crazy like I explained in the previous episode, and I think we might end up being killed by him if we let him too close. But I do want to test it anyway, so I'm gonna do it. Don't you? Oh! Okay, yeah, he does want to hurt us because he's a robot, and he just bashed us over the head. Well, at least we've figured that out. And now we're back in this kind of crippled... Oh god. Don't. Now we're kind of in a bit of the crippled stance again. Like in, I believe it was episode 2 when the big robot, like, cracked us over the head. And we ended up limping around. Don't tell us we need to go through the game like that. There must be a sort of timer where that wears off. Are we going the right way now, or... I've lost my bearings a little bit. I've become disorientated. Because there was 2 branching off ways, and I believe that one over there near the robot may have been the other. Unless it's kind of a bit of a circular kind of loop where you can just avoid the robot. So I do want to go back here and check it out again, just to make sure. No, yeah, it does look like there's 2 ways around. You can go around there to one way, and you can come this way for the other. That's interesting. I'm also intrigued to see if we can actually find some gel and help him, but as soon as we go close, he just seems totally hostile towards us. So can we make our way onto that? I don't think we can. I think this may be a dead end. It's always nice to explore anyway. Have a nice look around. But I'm not sure if it's going to be one of those kind of games where you can help out the robots or help people in certain ways, because there's no real inventory, there's no consumable section or anything like that. Though we did pick up the access tuner, but that's kind of a different story. Okay, we're going to avoid you. You angry little piece of machinery. And we'll work our way this way. Make our way towards the beautiful light. And proceed in this direction. Can hear his heavy breathing now. He's getting kind of tired. That was an interesting little encounter with that guy. Didn't seem too pleased with us. Upsilon B. Okay, with a picture of like a bit of a cable car. And here we go. We've met another one. Do we help him? It looks like R2-D2 under there. Do we help this one or not? I'll leave him crushed under there. He might attack us, but I'm always willing to take the risk. Come on, little buddy. You're out. Yeah, we've got ourselves a friend now. You're not hostile, are you? No, this one seems cool. He seems happy enough. I wonder if it'd be funny to kind of guide him towards the other one. That'd be class. Okay, that one's just going about his business, lighting the way. So he seems okay with us, unlike the other guy. You kind of snuck up on me there, dude. Don't do that. Don't ever do that again. We turn our back for 1 second, then he's on top of us. I know I'm kind of hanging around this area, though, with the water going in different places. But as I said, it's just so I get a nice feel for the entire game and experience everything I can. Okay, this may be it. It looks like there's some sort of other structure here that we might be able to enter. And this kind fellow is guiding our way at the minute. Yeah, light that bitch up for us. There we go. Let's take a look. He seems content to help me around at the minute. I kind of feel comforted having a friend to bring along the way. Seems content to follow me about and help out, so I'm happy. I'm intrigued to see what would happen if he met a hostile robot. Whether they'd fight each other or whether he'd turn to the other robot's side. Maybe I'm overthinking things. It's kind of cool how you do get the benefit of more light if you decide to help him. Guide the way, fellow. Guide the way. Say something? Yeah, back up. I still don't entirely trust you. Don't get the wrong impression. Man, I'm loving this atmosphere. This is such a cool portion of the game. I think it'll be cool if there's more of this in the future as well, not just this little portion and then we're back inside. You lighting something up there for us? No, that seems like it. Okay. I think we've hung around this place long enough. That may be where we need to go, so I'm going to check out this big structure first. Oh. Something just lit up. Oh, there's a bigger one. Oh, that one's hostile. It's trying to break in. Okay. In that case, I'll check out these things first. More lights. God, this goes on forever. I do want to explore the surroundings first before I get where... Before I find where I need to go. Okay. Is that like a sheer drop? I thought that was just a straight up cliff then, which I'd fall into and be unable to escape. Yeah, you know what? Let's go back and take a look at this big place. The one that's trying to bump in up there. Once again, we're experiencing that kind of clipping, that haziness on the screen. Doesn't really look like there's anything to do down here. And something that I have noticed as well is that the robots, whenever I end up near a robot or some sort of electrical source like that, the screen does all that kind of phasing. And that is kind of... That's kind of leading me to believe that possibly it's... This whole, like, condition with my brain is tied to robots in some sort of way, or some sort of electrical impulses. Maybe. I'm not sure, and that's kind of why I'm experiencing it when I'm near robots, because the brain fires electrical impulses to command. So possibly that's kind of linked up to the whole scenario of why the screen kind of clips like that when you're near the robots. I'm not too sure. But anyway, once again, I think I'm going to end the episode here. It seems like an appropriate place to do so. It's been quite, again, another eventful one. We've spoken to Catherine, which I'm really happy about. She's guiding our way quite nicely. We've met a friend along the way here in a really cool, fun underwater portion, and I believe we need to just head over in that direction and find our way to one of the cars. Oh, well, not cars, but you know, one of the... I forgot what term she used for it. One of the carts that'll take us to the correct destination. So once again, this has been Beetwolf with another episode of SOMA. Thank you all very much again for watching, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next one.